what's up? You're off in God's country with Reid
and Dan is
also known as the Brothers Hunt, where we take a weekly drive to the intersection of country music
and the
great outdoors. Two things that go together like being a poor boy and having poor boy ways.
Or having an old weed eater that your dad bought at a yard sale and having to use ether to start it. Brought to you by
MeatEater. And
feels so good on a Monday morning, baby.
Sing along if you know it.
It feels so good on a Monday morning, baby.
Tacova sponsoring the show now, baby. Tacova's sponsoring the show now, baby. Long days or big nights, these boots are built to last.
When it comes to these feet, old boots are in the past, 'cause
Tacova's sponsoring the show now, baby. Yeah.
Fade it out now, Ray.
Oh yeah. Feels like George Clinton.
Yeah, P-Funky.
Yeah, like P-Funky stuff. We love you, Tacovas. Thanks for still sponsoring, still repping, still putting boots on our feet. Appreciate it.
Been 4 episodes. They don't have a choice.
Chase Matthew.
Good guy,
Nashville
man.
kid.
What
Nashville,
a sweet guy,
born and
dude.
raised. Dude, yeah, man. Sweet guy. He's touring the world with Keith Urban. He's got a new album out. Got songs on the radio, going top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Just put his dad on the Ryman with him. His dad's lifelong dream was to play, some shows of the Ryman,
and just put his dad on the show. So that's sick.
That's
too.
right. Yeah, may have a little special guest appearance through the phone, a little special voice appearance.
Man, that guy just strikes me as like happy to be here, man. He's just
too.
happy to be getting the opportunity. He wants to use his platform for good. And I got mad love for somebody like that.
Me too, man. You're gonna enjoy this one. Stick around. He does a couple of things for the graveyard. It's cool. You'll enjoy it. Hey, we love you. We appreciate you. Thanks for
Wait, we got roasted.
Oh yeah, we get roasted. I forgot about this part.
Filled and Weak Streams is the title of this from Michigan. Hello.
Filled and weak streams.
Couple dudes with crazy boob sweat and voices not quite good enough to get record deals talk about other people's success while daydreaming of having Wallen and Church on to talk about getting their wannabe outdoor content in the next Field and Stream.
Is that it?
That's it, dude.
5 stars.
5 stars, dude.
That's what I'm talking about, Ray. That's what I'm talking about.
Even Ray knew.
Did he say boob sweat?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I definitely don't catch myself daydreaming about having Morgan Wallen and Church on to talk about getting their outdoor content in the next Field and Stream.
I definitely
Is that magazine still? Is it in publication now?
They just revamped it. I definitely don't want a record deal either.
Me neither. I feel like Michigan Hello doesn't know us.
Maybe not. Doesn't listen.
I don't care because he left us. Or
That's
she.
right. Hey, and
could be a she.
That's a roast. That's what they are.
That's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. Thanks for leaving us 5 stars. Thanks for roasting.
Crazy boob sweat. Like our boobs crazy, or is the sweat crazy? Or what?
My boobs don't sweat.
Mine ain't sweating.
Yeah, they definitely don't sweat. That guy's comment for sure.
Step it up, cats. Jeez, that's weak.
But appreciate the 5 stars. Keep on roasting us.
Even if they're weak.
You might get shouted out on the pod. Go follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Go check out the YouTube.
Y'all got to do better than that.
We love y'all. We appreciate you. Ray, give us a random sound.
Oh, 3 of them.
That was like
a combo. Thanks. See y'all.
Peace out. Thanks for hanging out with us.
I got buck teeth, brother. If I burn my buck teeth, you'll know about it. You ever burn your teeth? It happens.
Burn your teeth.
Yeah, there's nerves behind your teeth.
Are we
behind
speed? We need
yeah.
to be speed. We need to be speed.
Wait, okay, let's get into
Are
it
we
for just a
speed?
second. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hang on. How you burn your teeth?
How do you
I
burn
need
your
to know
teeth?
if it's
Like
a real
that.
thing.
Like hot lick?
Did I just burn mine?
You might have.
Shit.
I don't know. Mine are a whole lot bigger than yours, so it's easy to burn them.
I don't know. So if the coffee's too hot,
Don't burn your teeth.
You're making this up.
I'm making it up, but it sounds funny, don't it? Yeah. Made you wonder.
You had me for a second.
Make you write a
sure. I
song
was like-
about it. Burning teeth.
I was about to say something about, well, I must be burning this one because it's tingling all the time when I'm
That
drinking
black
coffee.
coffee got your boy burning teeth.
Hey, man, we got platinum songs singing, big truck driving and mechanicking, amassing 1.4 billion with the B global career streams. Raised in Music City, recently selling out the hometown venue, the Ryman. We got Mr. Chase Matthew out in God's country.
God's country, baby.
Yeah.
We're here. Man.
Oh.
Thank y'all so much.
Hey, thanks for coming,
Cool.
dude.
That was a great engine rev.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
What
Was
is
that
this-
your phone ringing in the background?
what is- no,
is that
I-
what we heard?
That was actually, give it to him, Ray. Give him a round of applause.
Oh, nice.
Ray's getting
He's on the keys in here.
He's getting tricky on the ones and twos. back
Tricky,
there.
right?
So
Ray gets
sometimes
tricky.
there might be a sound effect that may or may not fit what you're doing.
Wait, let's hear your engine. Let's hear your big truck.
Wait,
big truck driving.
I have a specific engine that I want to see if he can guess.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Just by you doing it.
by
in
your,
your-
by your,
I think I'm that good at it.
all right.
Pretty good.
A 350 with 2 cylinders down.
Please say Vortex.
Yeah.
That's where we're going, dog.
Yeah.
That was a 350 Vortex,
It could have
I
been a
promise.
TBI. It could have been a TBI.
I
but-
don't know
I
what
think
it
he
is.
probably
What's the
knows what it
TBI?
sounds like more.
Yeah. I mean, it sounded like you had a
That's Tennessee Bureau of
cracked piston
Investigation.
land, but we'll fix
Did
it.
you say Christian Land?
No, cracked piston land.
Cracked
Where
piston land.
your piston ring lays, you know.
But you got to get it. That's a
No,
lot of money.
He does not know.
Man, somewhere in the midst of learning stuff, just motors just didn't come our way, man. I mean,
Yeah.
boat motors, small engine motors.
Boat motors are the hardest thing to work on.
See, I
ever.
feel like they're the easiest.
No, you're well, maybe like an old Mercury or
motors.
Johnson,
when have you ever worked on a boat?
Like
motor?
on Dad's venture and stuff. Like we worked on his boat motors.
Doing what?
Taking the bulb off. No,
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
saying,
that ain't
saying
motor work,
you had to
dog.
open- no, you had to
That's
open
crazy.
fuel pump.
He said, "Take the hose clamps
That's a
off."
manual
Oh
fuel
my
pump.
gosh! I'm saying,
Go to Ben's
taking the
Auto
carb.
Parts.
We had to clean the carbs on them. We had to open the carb up, pour a little gas in, leave it halfway open so it still gets air to figure out where it's losing fuel at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so.
That's a great intro into What You Mad At, because that's about.
Oh shoot!
Mine's a little inside. My What You Mad's that inside ball today.
Man, I'm just gonna have to.
I gotta go last because it's probably gonna lead into a conversation.
Cool.
What you mad at? Just tell us what it is. What you mad at? Is it your in-laws' kids? Might be boss man or your neighbor's cat. Just tell us what you mad at.
Oh, you did a little licky.
That was smooth.
Thanks, man.
Nice.
I wrote that on the way in.
We try to do little ditties throughout the show, man.
That's pretty cool.
Man, here's what I'm mad at, bro. I'll go first. I'm mad at.
You don't want to offer the guest to go first?
Nah, it's about me today.
Let's hear it.
So my kids, I usually am griping about my kids being awake all through the night. Well, they slept in their bed all night last night. But my 16-week-old puppy decided it would just throw up in the kennel
Oh,
at 3:15 in the morning.
oh man.
Man, a
So here's-
dog throw up too. Is I heard, when you said my 16-year-old puppy threw up, I heard it.
16-year-old puppy.
16-week-old.
Yeah.
When you said that, I heard it.
Did it
has
start
a-
off like this?
Yeah, he goes.
Oh yeah,
it's like,
it's coming. Yeah.
it's like a.
Shine was like, "What's
Yeah.
that? What is that?"
And it
What
does.
is
Yeah, it doesn't like. It's not like. Bleh. It's like.
For a second, you have that. Like my dog.
That hurt my neck.
It's like,
dude.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
man.
pull
I
the
just
muscle.
pulled a
in.
It
neck
is
muscle
that, like-
doing it.
That's what I do.
My dog is like 12 years old, probably almost 13 years old. He's an old guy, and every once in a while he'll get to hacking, but you don't know if he's like, because if you can't see him, you're
could go
wondering
either
like, is
way.
he just barking in his sleep? Because they make that same like, and then you and then he just goes full vomit, and then it's
So I get up.
Dog vomit doesn't look like our vomit either. It's like usually when it's just like it's like what they ate. It's just
Sometimes
in
it
a
looks
pile.
crazy, man.
Yeah,
And my dog ate a whole summer sausage one day when we were gone. Like I'm talking red
Like a
red
whole-
wax and everything.
Oh.
Dude, it looked like crap every time he threw it. It was terrible, and it
Yeah.
smelled god awful.
That's the thing, man. I feel like it smells worse than ours.
Oh yeah,
It smells. Anyway,
yeah. Why are we talking so much about throw up?
So
I'll be mad about it too.
I got it out, but I couldn't go back to sleep, because you do the full cleaning, right? Like I have to do the full cleaning. So by this time it's like 3:50, and I lay down, just like staring at the ceiling. So I'm like, well, maybe I should just scroll on TikTok or Instagram for 45 hours, until the sun comes up. And then
quick.
And you always fall asleep right when it's like 20 minutes from time for you to be awake,
It's the best way to go to sleep.
And then it's worse because why even go to sleep? Because it makes you even more sleepy.
That's what I'm saying. And so today I feel like I'm walking around hazy, and this is I have two things to prove it. One, while I was in the shower, I did like how you have like your like cleanup showers, then you have your like for real showers where you like scrub everything and like shave and maybe, you know what I'm saying? Instead of like the quick guy shower.
Do you shave before you get in the shower?
No, I'm in the shower.
Oh, you shave in the shower?
Yeah, I don't. I just go.
I don't understand that.
I can go by feel.
I don't understand.
You got like a mirror in your shower?
No, bro. I feel, dude. I know exactly how to line it usually. I mean, just sometimes I'll check.
That's
it
a talent.
People who shave in the shower and people who brush their teeth in the shower kind of weird me out.
I don't brush my teeth.
Brush your teeth in the shower.
Yeah, dude.
Something wrong with y'all.
There's people
I'm glad
that
we
leave,
don't, but
there's people that
crazy.
leave their toothbrush and toothpaste like in the shower, and
This is how I know I'm off.
They must not be brushing just their teeth, brother. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird.
So I go to
deep clean.
I go deep clean. That's what I call it. This is the deep clean shower. Shower's like, is it like short shower or deep clean? I'm like deep clean. She's like, okay, I'll get the bacon going. Like
All my showers are the same.
It takes a little bit longer. So I go with like conditioner to condition my hair, and as soon as I put it on my hand, I went like this. And I was like,
oh,
I'm off today.
Slimy armpits the rest of the day.
This one. Just the right one. So then I get in the car and I got a protein shake. I mean, I got my protein bar and my cell phone, and I went to plug up not all the way, but I was like, grab my cable, and I was like,
you went to plug up your protein shake?
Yeah, man. Like going
That's
to
get more protein in it.
That's incredible.
Put a charge on it, I guess.
That's awesome.
That's what I'm at. I'm mad at my dog throwing up and just messing up and we're only a couple hours into the day.
Quick deep clean thing. Jordan just recently found out that I wash my face with shampoo. I was like, man, when I'm in the shower, we were talking when I was like, when I'm in the shower, I just, I was like, when I wash my face, it feels dry. She's like, yeah, because you're washing your face with shampoo.
Yeah.
So she got me like, I just walked
Wait, are you
in.
not supposed to wash your face with shampoo?
I used to do that too. Yeah, and it just dries you out.
Yeah,
Makes like your nose peel and like
And so she was like, I'm gonna get you some face stuff. So one night I'm going in there to put my contacts or take my contacts out, and I see 2 bottles of, one says face cleanser and then one says moisturizer. And she's like, you need some moisturizer to put on your face. So I was like, okay. So I just kind of started using them as I didn't read the instructions or anything. Last night the other night I put face cleanser on, and I like put it on, and she was like, are you gonna wash that off? And I was like, what? It's like face lotion. She was like, that's soap. So like for the past 2 weeks I've just been putting soap on my face not washing it off.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. I bet you the cleanest face award right here.
Yeah, cleanest face award goes to
soapy face award.
You know what I think I'm mad at? The fact that you can line up your facial hair without a mirror. I'm new to the facial hair game, so I just recently started growing mine out.
See,
that's
I got 20
crazy.
years on you. I've been shaving since I was like 7. So
it said you were 7.
Got like a jump start on you.
Oh, wow.
All right, when was the first time you shaved? How old were you? Do you remember?
I don't know, but I do remember I had a like a really cheap razor. And because I was again new to this, and like didn't realize I needed like some sort of Barbasol or something, and so I was just going at it, and man, I tell you, it was like it tickled, but then also like pulling, you know what I mean? It's like So, and then I definitely paid for it for the next 3 days with razor burn on my face.
That razor got your neck look.
Got your what? Got your what?
neck. No, I meant to say neck looking
cheap
red.
razor got your boy looking
got your
red.
neck looking red.
Your neck.
We should just keep doing that.
My what you mad at, and this can lead into a conversation because I know you're all about this, is the first time you try to start a lawnmower when it's mowing season.
Oh yeah, after it's been sitting all year.
God. I was going through it yesterday.
Pull start or electric start?
No, Skag Turf Tiger, dog. Like,
okay.
Zero turn.
Crispy.
Nice.
Battery gone. So
I didn't have one of those growing up. We as you know,
us either. No,
we had to figure out. We had to. Well, I mean, it was electric start, but you'd have to get the screwdriver over there and cross out the solenoid.
That's right. That's right.
But hey, every once in a while.
So I took the battery back, got a new battery, turned the other one in, got the core charge back, brought it, just choke, nothing. I'm like, man, it's usually just cranks right up.
Yeah.
Look at the fuel. I was like, maybe I need gas. Don't need gas. Gas is still in there, which like, I mean, is that considered old gas?
I mean, it definitely can if it sits in like condensation. If it's sitting outdoors, I mean that could be part of it. But most of the time, which this is not a paid promotion, I'll throw some Lucas oil in it. If it's been sitting a while, I'll throw some Lucas oil, like high octane booster or like fuel stabilizer.
Can you do that in a small, like in a Kohler?
Yeah. I wouldn't do like a
small engine.
I mean, as much as fuel stabilizer is good in like cars, I wouldn't do it in like a.
You mean like seafoam?
Like, no, don't seafoam it. You definitely ain't starting it if you ain't got it running yet. Could you imagine that? Oh, man, just throw some seafoam in it before you even get it running. Man, you would clog every single pore of that engine. But yeah, throw some. I'll bring you some. Okay. You got it running yet?
No, hell no.
Oh, just send me the address. I'm on the way.
I ordered some like fuel.
Oh, we can't say that word.
Oh, we can't?
No.
Okay, my bad.
You don't got to cut it out, but it's just, you know.
We'll turkey gobble over it.
Can't do that one.
Turkey gobble that.
We're turkey gobble over.
That's what we do.
We don't cuss words. You can cuss, but we'll turkey
all
gobble.
All cuss words get turkey gobble.
No, man, I
family friendly around here.
I took all the fuel lines off, changed the fuel filter. I did all that, pumped them all out, and I still just can't. It just like it's
pumped them all out.
Well, just like blew them all out. Like I just like cleared the lines.
And is it like a newer lawnmower?
It's probably a 2010, 2012.
So it's probably not fuel injected. It's probably carbureted.
Probably, yeah.
You might just have some junk in the carburetor.
Yeah.
Take that thing off, get your air compressor out, and your some carb cleaner or ether, and just spray it all out. Yeah, I'll bring the box of toys, brother. We'll get it done.
Man, ready.
Yeah. How do you know how to do all this stuff?
So I was an ATV mechanic for 6 years.
Dang.
Well, hell, I just parked my four-wheeler right there beside it
right now.
I need a CV joint. My steering column's a little loose.
What is it?
It's a 2005 450 Polaris Sportsman.
Got you. Nice. Yeah. I can help you with that.
How hard?
I probably got parts for it.
How hard are brakes to put on a Honda Recon?
God, I knew you were gonna say that.
Really?
I hate those drum brakes. They're terrible.
I know.
I just had a Recon 250 and I guess the Recon 250, the 4Trax 300.
Mine's a TRX 500.
Yeah, the Rubicon 500. Those aren't as bad as the frontal disc brakes unless it's the older one.
But, 06.
I think that's a split year. So
you know what? People are telling me that they can't put brakes on anything that's 15 years or older. I'm like, dude,
they're lying to you. But you just gotta
put brakes.
It's because nobody likes. They have drum brakes all the way around
because they don't want to do it.
They're terrible. They're so hard. But it's hydraulic drum brakes, so it's like it's just a weird. Yeah, it's no fun.
Okay,
but I'll do it. Yeah, bring them over.
You ain't got time.
We can do it together. It'd be fun. We can make an episode out of it. Y'all could do one in the shop.
I don't know if I've talked about this yet, but I about killed me and my 1.5-year-old coming down a.
Did you talk about this?
Have I
talked about this?
Yeah, on a 4-wheeler.
Bro, brakes went out coming off of a ridge.
On what?
Literally on my Sportsman.
Oh yeah, we got
like just out. And so I'm literally. Well, they went out, and I had to go back up. And then when I was reversing, I was trying to throw it in like forward real quick to get it to engage just a little bit. Right. I hit neutral, and it never. And I went down that.
It started chattering. You couldn't get it in.
He don't have no brakes. No.
Wow,
it was intense.
Let's fix that, dude. Come on.
See, Jordan, it can be done. That's Reid's wife, by the way. Sorry.
Hi.
I don't know if I.
Yeah, we can fix it. It won't ever happen again. You let me get my hands on it. But yeah, that's how I learned.
Just growing up, your dad, your dad had a garage.
My dad always said like
cars and stuff.
Poor boys got poor boy ways, and that was kind of always our slogan. Which sounds like a song. Maybe we should write.
Maybe we should, or make a game about it. This podcast, because I feel like we're going to.
Yeah. Keep going. We got plans, dog.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's that's how I learned. I got an old. My first car was a '95 Jeep Cherokee, and it had a broke off motor mount, and I kind of just started there. But we always had junk 4-wheelers. We had like a bunch of those Chinese 4-wheelers laying around, like the knockoff Hondas and stuff. And like they were always breaking down, and we were having to re-weld A-arm tabs on, and it just like all kind of stuff. So
is your dad is like our dad cannot pass up a deal. Like it doesn't matter what it is. He's got 4 boats. He's got 3 John boats.
Are you kidding?
And a bass boat.
We have the same dad. Who's your dad? Dude.
And then he's got 3 or 4 4-wheelers. He's got a couple lawnmowers, and every one
trailers
of them needs
every single. So
every one of them needs one thing done to it. A couple things done to it, and I can get it running. I can sell it.
Yeah, that's literally exactly how my dad was, and he would like. He worked at a grocery store too. He was like the meat man, the butcher.
Bro,
man.
our dad had a meat market.
No kidding.
I swear, in Corinth, Mississippi.
Wow, what a small world. We're like all similar. But yeah, he would like meet people, like that, and end up being buddies with everybody. And they would like, he'd hook everybody up. So he's friends with everyone in town. So anytime somebody had something to sell, they'd call Rocky, and he would spread the word. Or he'd let him put a flyer up in front of the meat department. But yeah, we always kind of had a garage full of broken crap. And if I wanted to ride something, I had to fix it. And eventually I started doing it myself, stopped waiting for dad, and watched what he did. And then I kind of ran with it. And now he calls me when something's broke. So he literally has like 4 boats. No joke though. Last year I bought him a Tri-Tune for his birthday, but it was like a pre-owned Tri-Tune. He's like, we don't need to go get no new one. I know a guy. And he goes to Arizona, gets this Tri-Tune, brings it back, right? This is a funny story.
What's back? Where's he bringing it back to?
So, New Mexico.
Oh, my
he lives out in New Mexico. So he goes out to Arizona, gets this Tri-Tune from one of my my brother's buddies, and brings it back to New Mexico, gets it up and running. It's got an old Mercury 125 on it. And he's like, "Oh yeah, man, it runs good, son." He only took it out on the lake once. He didn't tell me this, so I'm excited,
exactly like my dad,
and I'm like excited for him because he always wanted a Tri-Tune because he's had these old 4-cylinder rinkers and all this stuff. So we get out on the lake and we get out to this fishing spot and it's running great. I'm like, cool, man. We redo the interior. It'll be a nice boat. Throw a line out.
How big is the engine? I'm just curious.
125 Mercury, 2-stroke.
Okay.
And so we're out there, and it's a nice day until it ain't. And then like the storm, and so out there,
always
the wind is so flat. So when storms come in, they come in quick. It's like Florida. Like when a storm hits, it's quick, but it's in and out.
It's on top of you, yeah.
But dude, it went from a nice day to a bad day, and I start looking up. I'm like, Dad, maybe we should go back to the marina and get some food. Let the storm pass. Yep, doesn't start.
I already know the story, dude. I've been there a million times. Pickwick Lake, my whole childhood. Dude.
And my dad's like, "Oh man, we just need to swap the battery out." I'm like, "Swap the battery? It's cranking fine." He's like, "No, it's supposed to crank way faster than that." Okay, so we swap batteries. Well, that battery's dead, and the other one's barely got any juice left in it.
You got to figure it out because you only got so many.
Well, at this point, the wind's setting in. It starts raining. The wind has then took us to the other side of the lake. I done jumped out of the water, or off the boat into the water. I got the top off the engine. I'm trying to try everything I can. And again, I don't know a whole lot about outboards, but I know how an engine functions. Mm-hmm. And so it's me, my dad, my brother, and my uncle. And they're all like, "Man, what should we do?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know. Should we call somebody?" Well, there's no phone service.
Yeah,
it's a Sunday. There's nobody on the lake because it's raining. Dude,
this is my childhood. This is our childhood. This is what happens.
Yeah, it's part of it. But eventually, I don't remember what we did to get it going. I think the pump bubble was had like a dry rot crack in it because it had been sitting for so long.
Literally,
how many times?
And so when it would build pressure, it would start shooting out of there. But the pump lived underneath underneath this like panel where the gas tank was.
Yeah.
And so I told my dad, I was like, "So you mean to tell me you didn't flush this gas tank out? This thing been sitting for 2 years under a barn."
Even pissed off at you for not doing it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm mad about still to this day, actually.
Segment's still going.
We made it back.
Dude, Pickwick's got some at Pickwick Lake down in West Tennessee where we're from. We grew up in Rivertown, River Rats, man. Savannah, Tennessee. Tennessee River runs through it. Pickwick's one of the best like ledge bass fishing rivers. Tennessee River chain is one of the best ledge fishing, especially Kentucky Lake, that you can find.
Nice.
So like there's a couple of weeks, about a month in the summer where those fish just pile up on those ledges and just eat bait. Those bait balls get down there and they just crush. And it's, just hundreds, if not thousands of bass on these ledges. So you can go out there and find them with your graph, throw into them, run a crankbait, a big worm, whatever, and wear them out. And it is some of the most fun fishing ever. Nice. And you can catch like big fish. So me and Dan were planning this trip, dude, to go back home to Pickwick for the first time in years. And it was like that month or a couple weeks where you can go catch them on the ledge.
Can I tap in for just a second?
Sure, go.
So because our childhood is riddled with trips that were ended quickly, I say to Reid, hey, man, let's make sure we got everything lined up so we can.
No mistakes.
Because now we got kids, man. We ain't got time to go down there and like hang out for 4 days. It's like you got to go do the thing, bam, bam, get back, right? He's like, dude, we got it. We're locked in. We cranked it at the house. It's all good. It's all good. So I'm like, all right, let's go. Tomorrow's the time. Let's get it done. Go, bam. We go spend the night.
We go spend the night. Take it to the deer camp. Spend the night at deer camp. It was just about 20 minutes from the lake. Get up super early. I'm talking about like crack of dawn.
Feeling
Get
good.
the boat. Dude, we're like,
excited.
we're like, man, I'm about to go catch some fish. Like this is big boy
Nothing
fish
can stop
stuff.
us. This is gonna be the greatest day ever. Yeah.
Roll out there, get it off the ramp, back. Don't just use the trolling motor. Go to the boat. Dan jumps in off the ramp. We get out there, start floating out. Same thing. I'm like, it's okay. You gotta, pump the throttle a little bit. I was like, there's no way, dude. Go back there.
He's like, it cranked yesterday. It cranked
Ran
yesterday.
perfect. Yeah.
Same thing. Try to hit the bulb. Bulb won't
Rock
tighten up.
hard, dude.
Oh no.
No, not rock hard. Just it's got a
I thought it
hole.
wouldn't.
No, it's got
Was
a hole.
it cold
in it.
outside?
Yeah.
Oh, it had a hole in it.
It had a
Yeah.
hole in it, like
That's the
like a
worst.
dry ride hole. or something.
We should have one of those. Like every boat should come with an extra one in the glove box.
4
You know what
in
I
the
mean?
back, dude.
Yeah.
Like oiled up so it doesn't, dry rot.
So we ended up just trolling around that cove, and we fished for about 2 hours and caught 2 or 3. We got back to the dock, and there was a guy pulling out already at like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Because we couldn't make it to the ledges.
I was like, how'd you do? He's like, oh, dude. He's like, best day of fishing I've ever had in my life. He's like, they were
It just
stacked
made
in
you
there.
feel terrible.
He's
didn't
like, I
it?
caught a 7. I caught a 5.
Man.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, just out there on them ledges. If you can get out there on them ledges, you ought to go hit them.
It's always
like,
something.
well, we
though.
can't.
It's always something.
We can't.
It's always something. What did
Sweet, yeah.
what did the outdoors look like for you growing up? Did you spend much time out in them?
Yeah, absolutely. Probably till I didn't really spend much time outside. Like I grew up in a holler, really, in Whites Creek, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And so off of Licton Pike, and some of the best hunting ever there. The sad part is I never got to hunt much there. I wasn't really interested in hunting. Honestly, I've never really been like a big hunter. I've always been the guy that's more into the gearhead, dirt bikes, 4-wheelers, and stuff like that. But I've been turkey hunting. I've been deer hunting. Never killed a turkey. That's probably another thing I'm still mad about. It was a big dude. Nice Tom. Wait,
tell us
bro.
the story. Where did this happen at? And who
So
was it
down
with?
there in Whites Creek. So I lived at a dead end road. It's called Ingram Road, and I never told anybody this on camera. So y'all don't go harassing nobody on Ingram Road, all right? But yeah, that's where I really grew up. From the age of probably like 8 or 9, my dad married someone, and so we moved there to that area.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I kind of found my roots for, I guess, country music in general, and the outdoors. We had a creek that ran right down through there, and we had a bigger creek down at the end of the road. We'd ride the 4-wheelers down there and go sink them, and back to the Hondas. I sank many Hondas down there.
There ain't much better on a 4-wheeler than creek riding.
Yeah, I love it.
It was
I
so
love
much
it.
fun.
And it's even more fun when you got an old one that like has got like a redneck PVC pipe snorkel kit on it. If you sink it, then you pull it out, you pull the spark plug, and you're back at it again.
Dang.
See, that's what we were.
Hold on.
We
He
were,
was trying to tell a turkey story. So tell us your turkey story.
yeah,
my bad.
Yeah, so this was my first time ever in the woods. We were sitting at the base of a tree, and
Who's we?
me and this guy named Brandon that used to hunt regularly up there. And so I told him, I was like, I'd never been turkey hunting, and he's like, well, one day I'll take you. One day he literally walks in my bedroom, scared the absolute crap out of me because he's this big bearded dude. And every time I saw him, he looked different. The time beforehand, he didn't have a beard. And so, he was clean shaved. Well, he walks in my room. I was like, yo.
How you grow a beard like that in 2 weeks?
Yeah, caveman in my room. What the heck? And he's all in camo, and it's dark because we're waiting on the sun to come up.
Terrifying.
And so he drags me out of my room, and he's like, "Come on, let's go." And so we go, and he's spraying me down with this stuff. I'm like, "Man, that smells terrible." He goes, "Oh yeah, bro, that's deer pee." Like, what? He's like, "Yeah, it kills the scent, man. You're good." Like, I'm like, "What?" And so
Going turkey hunting.
that was my first time learning about hunting, and I was probably like 11, and so we get out in the woods. We're sitting at the base of this tree, and he's like, oh, he said, here comes a few of them. So there's a few toms coming through there, and they're like, obviously chasing what they're looking for, and he goes, so he's like, wait for these right here. We don't want to shoot these right here. And this dude had a muzzle loader, bro. A muzzle, like a massive, like, and I'm thinking to myself, and I've seen him shoot this gun before. And so this whole time I'm scared he's going to make me shoot the thing. But I'm like, I'm not going to pass it up, you know? He ended up telling me, like, you know, don't go for it. Don't go for that one. Like, there's definitely some better ones coming. I hunt here all the time. Like, just trust me. And I wanted to shoot the first thing I saw moving.
Sure. Yeah.
And we didn't, I didn't end up shooting anything because nothing better came. So, but I wish I would have. I wish I would have broke my 11-year-old shoulder on that muzzleloader. That would have been a good day, wouldn't it?
Muzzleloader turkey.
Black smoke a turkey, dude. I'm with
crazy.
it. I'm with it.
I don't even think that was legal. I don't know. I know he got busted for by the game warden for something at one point too, for like planting corn.
I think you could hunt with a muzzleloader if you wanted to. Yeah.
I feel like you would blow. You probably blow a turkey apart with a muzzleloader.
Well, I mean, I think you can. I think they make specific shot that kind of spreads. Right?
Yeah.
So it's not like.
Yeah.
Am I right? Am I wrong about?
I don't know.
If you shoot them primitively, I don't know why you couldn't shoot him with a muzzleloader.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, I didn't say his last name, so
Yeah,
I don't
he's
go
fine.
after him.
He's chilling. He's
But
fine.
no kidding. Like,
There's laws or what is it? Statute of limitations.
Statute of limitations. I don't even know.
there's
what that means.
hillsides the game wardens don't go to, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Wow. Well, they can't go anywhere now. All right. Geez. So look, you a drummer? Heard you played some drums.
Yeah, a little bit. So I played drums in the youth band growing up. That's kind of how I guess built up. What do you call it? Your stage that got rid of my stage fright. So played in the youth band there, and then played at a youth band in another church. And then I got a like little recording set up and kind of like started producing songs, learning how to produce music and write my own songs and produce my own songs. So that's kind of like, I learned to play drums by kind of taught myself, but I had like a little tiny green drum set that I still have to this day.
Nice.
I was like a year or two old and my dad bought it for me. And so when I was really young, I was playing like the simple 1, 2, 3, 4 on the drums and my dad playing a guitar. And he I guess he probably had a dream that one day I would be his drummer of his band at a young age. But I ended up being the drummer of my own band some days on stage. So
really?
Yeah, I play them live. Yeah.
No,
Every once in a while. Get it crazy here and I'll get one of the guys to come up and sing a song and then I'll play the drums to it.
That's fun.
It's a lot of fun. Give me a little vocal break, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I remember the first time I saw you was in, was the iHeart thing we came to a couple of years ago or last year, whenever that was. And I think did you play that day?
Was that,
Austin?
in Texas? Yeah.
I thought you did.
Yeah, that was a good day. We had a few technical difficulties, but
It was hot. Remember how hot it was?
and raining. It was weird.
It was like sweaty.
Yeah, that's almost as
humid.
bad as putting conditioner on your armpits. You know?
Still slick over here. I'm still slick over here,
slick.
man.
Yeah.
Be slick all day.
Yeah. Good times.
What age were you when you started doing that? Like started recording and got your recording set up?
Yeah, I got my first laptop. It was like a little Asus laptop. And I don't know, I was probably like 14, 15. And then I had like a little USB microphone, a little Samson audio, USB mic. And I was trying to do that. But before that, I was trying to record songs through a little Zoom camera. It was called not by the company like Zoom Meetings, but it's a brand called Zoom. Mm-hmm. And it was a 360-degree camera that had a 360-degree camera, but a 360-degree microphone on the top of it. Yeah. And so I would get the computer speakers like just right with a karaoke track on YouTube, and then I'd be on this side. So it would be stereo after I converted it, like because you could convert it from 360, it had like its weird format, to stereo, and then it would put my vocal right in the center of the mix. So it was not great, but it was like really bad YouTube covers of like Justin Bieber, like it's like all kind of stuff,
like covering,
like anything, like baby, never did that one. I couldn't. No,
come on,
couldn't do that
come
one.
on, man.
It is a bop though.
Chase it,
Chase it. Okay, I like that. That might be a good remix. We might have to follow up on that one, brother. But yeah, really crappy YouTube covers that turn into better and better songs and turn into today.
That's fun.
That's funny. I called it my first EP. There's a picture of us in my parents' upstairs, our childhood bedroom, and we got one of those little like
4-track,
plug-ins, and Dan's got an acoustic, and he's like working the thing, and I'm sitting there like on the mic, and the microphone is an old. I don't even know. It was like a Shure, like a 58, like a Beta 58.
Yeah,
I bought it from the church.
Legendary. Oh yeah.
And then there was no screen on it. So we got some of Mama's pantyhose probably and wrapped it around a hanger, like one of the wire hangers that we put around here. And that
built your own pop screen,
like this, like singing into it.
That's awesome.
Which is a good segment. I think. I mean that feels like a couple poor boys doing poor boy ways, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So we saw you said.
I love that saying, by the way,
which is so true.
So true.
Yeah,
but I think
you've seen me say that before.
Well,
I think Jordan saw it in a Bobby Bones interview.
You said it in Bobby Bones interview. So it's a perfect, like, because that is, everything had like a trick to it, or you had to know a certain way. So Jordan came up with this game, which is really smart, but it's like, let's talk about the most poor boy
ways. got poor boy ways
to make something. Like, I can remember specifically, there's a weed eater we have. I'm sorry. My dad bought a weed eater that we weed eated yards with.
Yeah.
And you had to keep a can of starter fluid or it just
to restart it,
or it just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
It
We
wasn't
had
going
one of
to
those.
start without it. So you had to literally have a screwdriver, a can of ether, and like, I'm talking about maybe like a shot glass full of gas.
Yeah.
So, because once you got it going, you had to.
And you had to keep it full throttle the whole time.
So you had to have the screwdriver to take the opening off the carb off.
Dude.
You had to hit it with ether, and then you'd have 5 seconds, and then you just had to filter that gas into that carb. And then it would start, and then you'd get it going.
Yeah, and then it would just die randomly, and you just had to do it again.
Start it all over.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Can you think of anything you had to redneck?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We had a few of those. One time I put a engine off of it was a little 49cc 2-stroke off of a pocket bike. I put it on a little electric Razor scooter, and the chain size was the same exact size sprocket and everything, so it worked out. So I was like trying to weld. I was trying to weld like flat metal. Like, again, I was by myself. I was like 15, 16, trying to weld this this flat iron to this round metal. Anyways, the welder stopped working, and I found this like guy on YouTube that was like, you can use this and like you can rig up your wire feed welder to like. I'm so glad I didn't do it. That's probably a bad example because I didn't end up doing it because I probably would have shocked myself to
What was
death.
he rigging it up to?
So he was like showing how you can melt and like braze with a welder, but it was on short, like basically it wouldn't have worked for what I was trying to do, but I started to modify our welder. And my dad come home, like, what the hell are you doing? That's a Miller welder, brother. That thing costs more money. Like, it was, I got whooping that day for sure. But I mean, back to the weed eater thing. Yeah. I've had many days where I had to rig something up to make it run right, or just not even run right, but just running up to have fun with it. Never had fun weed eating though. I got many of arguments where I didn't want to weed eat, but I had to.
Till this day, I hate weed eating.
It's no fun. Hate it. Unless you got one of those massive, like they got so many attachments now for weed eaters that make it. Yeah, but they even got like the wheels that go on the end of them now. They got metal blades, like and all kind. I mean, you could chop down trees with those things nowadays.
Yeah, or ankles.
Or ankles. Yeah. Snakes. Yeah.
Dogs' ankles, dog legs.
I remember specifically one time though. I took some of the same copper wire, right? I took some copper wire and my battery terminal cable. I jumped off this 4-wheeler I had, one of them Chinese 4-wheelers, so many times. I remember how it got like that. One of the wires on it got melted, like all the rubber on the coating on the wire got kind of burned off. And it was because I kept jump starting it. I would like put it on the battery charger and I would just put it on jump start and just leave it. And I didn't realize what I was doing.
A little quick charge.
So one day I came back and the battery was all swelled up and the wires were like hot and melted. And I didn't know what was going on. So I had to cut that off and I took a piece of copper wire and wrapped it around it and then wrapped it around the battery terminal. And every time I would start the 4-wheeler, the copper wire would light up red, like glowing red. And then one day it melted and it melted the hot to the like half of the hot wire to the frame.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I lit the whole wiring harness on fire on that thing. So that was the last day that thing ran. But
did it go up in smoke?
Oh yeah, not like flames, but it smoked really bad.
Smoked
yeah,
out.
it was a bad day. Bad day.
I had a Trailblazer in college.
Oh, this is a good one. I hated that car.
Well, hold on.
God,
was it the Trailblazer with the inline 6? What year was it?
It was a 2006.
Inline six.
Yeah.
I just built one of those for Raymundo on Bobby Bones' show. And I love Raymundos, but I hated those things too. I'm with you, bro.
Yeah.
They're so hard to work on.
So I had I had a battery problem where like I was at school at UT Knoxville and I would just park for class or something and I would come back to my vehicle and try to crank it and my battery was dead.
Slow drain, yeah.
And nobody could figure it out, dude. I put new batteries in it, all that stuff. And like, that's about as far as I go. Like, I'll put a battery in it, check the alternator, and then that's it. I can't go any further than that.
Also, we were real broke at the time. This is
Yeah, no, $0 in any account ever. So I was like, man, I got to figure this out. So I took it to one guy and I was like, hey, man, here's the deal. I ain't got a lot of money to spend on this, like to give you. So like, if you get to it, like I need you to go to about $85. Like just work to $85. And then we need to figure it out after that. Cause I can't give you any more than that. So he tried a couple things, didn't work. He's like, here's what I could do. He's like, I could rig you a cutoff switch.
Right.
To where you charge your battery. And then when you park it, there's a switch you cut off that completely cuts your whole thing off. So it was by the brake. He put a little
button there.
Put a little push button.
Little
nipple button.
Nice.
And so when I would get to wherever, like grocery store, anywhere to park, I would just turn the car off and I go kick that thing. Dude, still proof.
Nobody can steal it.
No,
man,
that's proof.
That's a great idea, really.
I was like, hey, man, your doors aren't locked. And he was like, they don't have to. Like, nobody's going to get in here and know to click this button.
Yeah,
they can make it run.
Yeah, there was the nip. I would hit it and then I would just take my foot and go.
Yeah,
that's a good
pop
one.
it back on. Yeah.
We had a Geo tracker like that one time, and
I love a Geo tractor. Hard top, soft top.
It was a soft top, yeah, but it was a 2-wheel drive automatic. But I tell you what, even 2-wheel drive, you could not get it stuck.
Really?
I barely got it stuck ever. Like it just would climb.
Is it front wheel?
No, rear wheel drive.
Rear wheel?
I had a really nice set of like little 30 by 9.5 15s on it and mud tires.
Yeah.
Some BFG like mud terrains. It was a good little rig. But we got it from my dad kind of helped this guy buy it because he needed a car and then he didn't pay my dad, so we repoed it one night.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That was so much fun.
Pay the bank.
Me and my ex-girlfriend, she was like way more savage than anything I could ever been, and so it's probably why we broke up. But she was like, "Where's the keys? I'll do it." And I was kind of scared. Well, dude, we couldn't find the key, and my dad didn't have the key, but my dad knew dude left his front door unlocked. So dude was be honest, had a really bad drinking problem.
Okay.
So he's like passed out on the couch. We just walk right inside the doors, hang it up on the wall.
Dang, that's kind of fun.
Go out, get the key, but then we couldn't get it started. And it had a push button for the start of the ignition. That part of the ignition wouldn't work. So you turn the key on and then you hit this little push button right here. Fired right up. Fired right up. Yeah. We had so much fun on that thing. I remember telling her, I was like, we should make this your first car, you know? And so I helped her like work on it. And then she knew how to start it. So she come and stole it one day and we had to go back and get it. But
That's awesome. Little repo mission.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I mean, I know there's 10,000 other things that we had to like.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
We lived on a houseboat.
To get to work.
Y'all lived on a houseboat?
Yeah, dude.
Man,
we
talk
washed
about maintenance, dude.
Oh, my God.
I bought my dad a houseboat, and that was the worst decision I ever made.
Yeah, it's kind of not worth. It's kind of not worth it, honestly. I mean, it was. We say this.
It was more of a house than a boat. I mean, seriously, for us.
Nice.
I mean, we just
We
stayed
just
there.
lived on it. We would take it out every couple of weeks.
When we could get both engines going.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, had two in. So is that they like two outboards on it?
2
or?
350s.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn. So it was a
Yeah.
big boat.
It was big.
41 foot.
Wow.
Yeah, he lived in the front little V, and I lived in the back.
What kind of boat? Like what?
Carver.
Got you.
Yeah.
See, my dad's was a Gibson. It was a fiberglass bottom Gibson.
Yeah.
And the runners, like it was like from the 70s or something. And so like the runners were like just gone. And it had one engine in it. I think it was like a Chrysler engine, like a 318 or something. But we never got it running. And finally he was trying to redo it and we just got rid of it. But man, I know like one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life is been out on Navajo Lake in New Mexico. And I've always dreamed of like getting a houseboat with a top deck that you could just lay out and look at the stars.
yeah,
if you guys have never been there, y'all should go. If y'all have never been to Navajo Lake, go see Navajo Lake. It's really just super cool and like the terrain's all rocks and it's a lake in the middle of nowhere. You know what else is really cool about it? Like you know how most lakes like around here, like Old Hickory or Percy Priest, right? You go pull up on the shore somewhere, you're on somebody's property.
Yeah.
You can't just get off there and have a fire.
Right.
Well, on Navajo Lake, I'm pretty sure it's the reservation. And so you could just like go on a bank, camp there for 2 weeks if you want.
Dang,
do everything but build a homestead. It's pretty cool.
That's dope.
That's in New Mexico?
Yeah. Really good time.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, there's no humidity either, so it's a good time.
They're gonna get onto us.
Yeah, we can spend this whole time talking about. Yeah,
but I got one more question. What's your like when you think about like the engine? What's the engine?
My favorite engine ever built.
Ever built.
The most durable engine ever built.
Yeah, give it to me.
The most best bang for your buck is an inline 6 Jeep 4.0 engine, originally built by AMC, and I think some people. Anyways, I'm not going to get into the.
Yeah, that's too smart.
That's all nerd stuff.
So what's the truck? What's the truck?
So Jeep Cherokees from my favorite year, from 91 to 91 to 2001, 2002, 3, if you're getting into Wranglers. But Jeep manufactured the engine, and they also had a version of it beforehand, like the Renix motor and all these other versions. But it's just a straight 6 engine that you can't kill. Like you literally can't kill. I actually had one at one point that I built a stroker engine out of, and I had it turboed, and I had it in a little 2-door Cherokee, and I used to street race it and pay my rent.
Dang, that's awesome.
Because people would not think it's fast, and the turbo was hidden under the intake because the exhaust and the intake are on the same side. So I had it tucked under there. It had the boost pipe ran through the factory airbox.
So nobody ever saw it.
No one ever saw it. Now it's got a 1,000 horsepower turbo LS engine in it. But
give us the best racing story you got.
Oh yeah. So one day we were down in like Laverne, Smyrna
He was sitting
area.
on ready for that.
I got a video of it if you want to see
music,
it.
dude. Let's keep talking. Let's keep talking.
There's this dude. He had a Chrysler 300, had a little Vortec. I think it's called a Vortex Pro Charger on it, a little belt driven supercharger, and Chrysler 300C with a Hemi in it. And he was talking the most trash all day. And everybody was like, "Oh, you don't want none of that Jeep over there." And he's like, I'll take that Jeep. We bet $300, and I ran, dude, and I purposely like let him win, like by a fender. And then I ran it back. I said, "Let's go double or nothing." And so we go 600. I cranked the boost up. I had me a little switch on. I had a little knob right here. Cranked the boost controller up and whooped him. I mean, it's just left hard and just whooped him. And it was my favorite part because dude didn't want to pay us, and so somebody left with his car.
Nice.
While he wasn't looking.
Sick, yeah. You
gotta do what you gotta do.
Was it your ex-girlfriend?
No. Different ex. I had a different girlfriend that time, and she was crazy too, but not that crazy. But yeah, they left with and took it to the other side of the parking lot and then jumped out of it.
So is that kind of how that circuit goes? Like y'all ain't scheduling races. You're just kind of anybody that wants to can pull up to these racetracks and just be like, "Hey, I'll race for $500 right now."
I'm not going to say it was legal racing. It definitely wasn't a racetrack.
Okay.
We were racing in like a warehouse area, we called it Space Park, and it was like all these semi trucks. Like if you fishtailed and lost control, overcorrected, you were smashing a 18-wheeler trailer.
Dang.
Yeah. But I don't do none of that no more, man.
you can't.
I'm a God-fearing human that has a career
Cleaned
and
it up.
trying to, not
Clean
hurt
it up,
others.
dude.
Well, we need to talk about that career because we're going to get in trouble for not talking about it. I mean, I thought it was super cool that both your parents were musicians and kind of playing the gigs downtown and doing the thing, man.
Yeah.
Is that? I mean, obviously, that's how you grew to love music and want to.
Who were they bumping back in the day?
Oh man! So at mom's house, I grew up on like gospel and contemporary Christian music, but my mom actually really kind of as early as I can remember, my mom was actually doing Patsy Cline impersonations.
Okay.
So she was going to like Branson, Missouri, and that's where my mom and dad actually met. But then they would go to like Pigeon Forge, and they had like a circuit. I guess they would do that kind of stuff. And my dad had a band. He would play on Printer's Alley and in Branson as well. And
do you remember the name of the band? We just like old band.
He had so many different band names. His one, what was it? Bad Habit was one of them.
Solid.
And then he had another band name, and it's way better. I can't remember. We'd have to call him. But dude, he had some.
Dude, call him. We don't care.
You want to call him?
Yeah,
so we call. You got my phone.
I want to see what his.
She's got my phone.
What his
Let's
worst band name is. Let's call him. Will he answer? I mean, it's.
What time is it? He's probably still sleeping right now. He's been with my brother out in Phoenix, so they are. He's probably hungover. Let's call him. But while we're waiting, he had his band, and my mom had her band, and my uncle would like play in her band. here and there.
Put him
and
on
then
speaker. Put him on speaker.
he is.
Turn
He
it
is.
way up. I hope he.
Good morning. Hey, I got you on a podcast right now. You're live.
What's up?
Am I live?
You're live. Hey, we're talking about band names, and I told him you had a couple different band names, and we were just like, I wanted them to just tell them your band names over the years. All
of them you can remember.
Well, the first band I was in, we were called Outrage.
Nice.
That's, you know.
What did Outrage play?
Do what?
What kind of music did Outrage play?
We were played like pretty much heavy metal stuff back in the 80s, you know.
Hell yeah.
The 80s type stuff, like, you know, back then Iron Maiden. And,
Yeah.
of course, Ozzy and just some weird stuff, man. There was a band called Wasp.
Yeah.
They give me the creeps, man. I was like, dude, I ain't playing none of that. That's weird stuff, man. But yeah, and then you know who was the big one back then? Rob Halford. What was it? Judas Priest was a big name back
What
then.
what was another band name you had? What's the other band names?
We had a band that, and when I started kind of playing like top 40 and country, had a band called Cadillacs.
Ooh,
We
nice.
spelled it cattle, CATTLE.
Smart.
/axe, AXE.
Cattle Axe.
And everybody thought that was cool, you know.
Yeah, it was cool.
And we had a little thing going where we'd say, we're the Cadillacs band. And everybody would say, AXE. I don't even know how that got started, but that was kind of fun.
What about the Bad Habit band?
And then the Bad Habit band was kind of my last band, I guess, was Bad Habit as far as top 40. You know, we did more poppy stuff. You know, not so much metal like you know, Bon Jovi and Bob Seger. And
What's your favorite PG band story out of all these bands?
I was just about to do that, but I don't want PG. Give it to
my
me.
favorite story of the band,
Just any road story you got.
well. You know, the one that comes to mind to me is I had this guitar player, and I had two guitar players, and I was trying to get them to kind of move around. You know, back then it was the 80s, it was big hair and spandex.
Yeah.
Can't get
Which
them.
I got some pictures that would give you nightmares, son. But I just remember we did this Battle of the Band thing. So they had two flat, semi-truck flatbeds set up.
Mm-hmm.
So while one band's playing, the other band's tearing down and setting up the other band, going back and forth on these two flatbeds. One of them flatbeds was pretty tore up. It was pretty ragged. And I remember telling Greg, man, you got to move more, roll with Terry, choreograph, got to make some moves. And I never could get him to move. So we're jamming at this battle. The band's a pretty good sized crowd there. And I kind of catch out of the corner of my eye, Greg's he's down on the floor, just jamming, and he's like, wow, man, he usually just stands there. Now he's
moving
down
now
on his knees,
Yeah, it's different.
So I kind of look at him like, heck yeah, dude. Well, that wasn't what happened. His foot fell through the semi and it went all the way up his leg. Dude.
Oh my God.
He was stuck. And then, some other people that was there that was taking pictures, you could see his leg sticking out from the bottom.
He's still playing though. He wasn't missing a part.
Oh yeah, he never missed a beat, boys. He scratched his leg up really good, but
Oh,
he
that's
couldn't
awesome.
even get out and hold his guitar at the same time. So he's sitting there hanging his leg, and he's still just ripping it. I'm thinking he's getting down.
That's awesome.
It's great.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was a good one. Of course, we could tell some pretty ugly stories.
Yeah, we can stay right there. We'll stay right there.
Hey, thanks for your answer.
We didn't have cell phones and stuff. You couldn't
Oh
prove
yeah,
it.
yeah. Oh, I know for sure. The good old days.
We're going to get back to it, Dad. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.
Love you, man. Okay.
See you,
Bye.
man.
Dude, so glad we did that. That's
Yeah.
great. That's a great
I'm
story.
glad he answered. He never answers on the first ring. That was pretty cool.
You can see
He's always working on one of them boats.
he's a bit of a showman. Like I can see where you get
Man,
that a little bit.
You just
tell a good story.
Listening to him and hearing y'all talk, and I mean that feels like a lot like our relationship with our dad. Just like he's our best friend, man. I talk to him every day. I saw where you brought him up on stage at the Ryman, that Ryman show, and let him sing with you. Just walk us through that, man, and tell us how that whole thing went down, and the reaction and the feeling that it gave you and him in that moment.
So, I think leading up to the Ryman, I was under a lot of stress, and like I was just kind of like I got to the point where I was kind of being a jerk to a lot of people.
What were you stressed out about? The show?
Just the show. I was wanted it to go right. And it's a big deal, man.
Sure,
it's a Ryman Auditorium,
absolutely.
the Mother Church, the original Grand Ole Opry. You know what I mean? It's like
dreams. That's where you catch dreams, man.
Yeah. And I remember my dad didn't have his words down.
What are y'all singing? What are you playing?
Born for This. Gotcha. It's my title track off my first album.
Gotcha.
And I was like, Dad, what the hell? Like you were supposed to have your words together.
Sure.
And he's like, son, I swear I knew him. I swear. He's like, I'm just so nervous. He's like, I know how big of a deal this is. And I was so stressed. And like, I kind of just didn't talk to anybody. And I was really concerned on how the performance was going to go. And I knew that he was putting the work in. I just didn't know I didn't know. And like, honestly, like, well, I don't want to go into all that, but my dad's kind of like had some health issues, and so like just trying to like get him mentally like in the right place for like, hey, like we're gonna be in front of a massive crowd, like let's make sure we give this the best we can. I just kind of let God have it, like, hey, God, like take this because like I can't, I don't have the capacity right now. How did it feel? It felt great.
How did it go? Did he remember the words?
Great. Yeah, that's what I was about to get into. We got in the zone, and I think my dad kind of has that same. I get it from him, the fight or flight mode. Like once you're in, like when you realize there's no way out of this, you just do the best you can. Right. And I've said this before, that's what separates a singer from a star. And not saying I'm a star in any way, but I'm saying like in a way it's make or break moments really when you have that pressure and you can still perform under pressure.
Absolutely, man.
It goes to show, man, my dad is someone that should have been a whole lot bigger than he is. You know, he should have been a star, man.
Yeah, but God's plan, man.
It's like I'm living this vicariously. He's living vicariously through me. And so to have him involved in that show is so cool because he's inspired me with so many other stories that if we had more time,
man,
yeah. And even my mother. So, when he came out on stage and he stole the show for that second, it was awesome. A lot of people cried, and a lot of people that are there are my hometown friends that have met my dad and know my dad and know his heart and how passionate he is for music. And then Mamaw and my mom came out to do Lean on Me on the piano. Brother, my Mamaw, I know she's going to watch this because she's done figured out the internet pretty well.
What up, Mamaw?
What up, Mamaw? Mamaw just launched her own TikTok account this week.
Hey, congratulations. We need more Mamaws on TikTok.
Yeah,
sure,
dude.
Yeah.
And she's going to do like cooking videos and like sing and pray for people. And I think that's, something that we should show more. But she stole the show, and my poor mom got up there and she started singing, and everybody just wanted to hear Mamaw keep going. But my mom's got an album out too. Y'all should check it out.
Yeah.
What's it called? It's called Heritage. It's called Heritage.
Gotcha.
Winnette Robertson, Heritage. And
man.
yeah, dude, it's really cool. Come from a long line of preachers, and just we talk about God's country. It's all God that made this happen. Much as we joke around and try to claim our own work for it, it's never going to be that.
Yeah, man.
Our
dad's a preacher too. We're
so you're still a recovering church kid.
Oh yeah, and my wife's dad is a preacher. I mean, we're riddled with them, man.
It's a blessing and a curse. People don't talk about it.
You don't say.
I tell you, it's a blessing and a curse. But
yeah, it is. It's interesting. Whenever we got out in the woods or on the boat, man, he seemed like the preacher thing kind of dropped, and we were just buddies then.
Yeah,
which is I think why we originally fell in love with it in the first place. Just because our dad he wasn't just big mean dad out there. He's like he's just your buddy.
Yeah,
it's nice to have that.
Did you when you started the journey, like I'm gonna do music, I'm gonna chase this thing that kind of runs in my family, runs in my blood. Like, did you see yourself? Because you're straight off of a tour from UK, right? Like you just got back.
Yeah, I just got back a couple weeks ago.
Bro, did you see it going worldwide?
No, sir.
What was the dream back then? Just to do it for a living?
Man, I think so when I found my real love for music, because I've always been around it, But when I found my real love for music, I was probably 13, and I wrote my first song, and it was actually a worship song. And it's called "What You've Done for Me," and I can hardly even remember the words, but I think I found my love there for it, and I really started diving into creating music from my heart that wasn't covers, like creating music from my heart when I found it as therapy. Like it was like a way to really vent on how I was feeling. Going to so many different schools, it's kind of hard to keep making new friends because you don't know how long you're going to be there.
Sure.
And so, and then the friends that you did make, I still talk to some of, bro. I've got friends from elementary school I still talk to
really?
To this day. Yeah. But yeah, it's, I guess what I'm trying to say is, where I found my real love for music and like I found that decision on, hey, I'm going to make this happen. All my goal was to make my best friend happy. And he passed away in 2017. I don't really talk about this a lot. I used to talk about it, but
you don't have to talk about it now.
No,
if you don't want to.
It's cool, man. It's cool because it's life, man. Like
it's real.
Yeah, shit happens. You know what I mean? But I grew up in church in that youth band playing with him. I played the drums and he played guitar, and a lot of the times in the woods when I grew up in the holler was with him. And so when I did go to so many different schools, he was the one friend I kind of always had because I grew up in church with him and he lived down the street and we were into the same things. And so when I'd have two four-wheelers, and so losing him was a really really sad thing, but I used it as fuel, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, there's a lot of that inspired stuff on the record Chase. It was like Sunday Clothes and some of those songs. I could tell you meant what you were saying.
Absolutely. And so, like from the heart is what I always do, man. I always put out music that's from the heart and something that I've been through or that I'm currently going through. And when I found my real drive for it was after he died. I got through that grief stage, and grief doesn't it doesn't just mend overnight. It mends over time, and I guess over time, I kind of with the music, I found myself more and more, and my goal was just to make him proud. Like, would he be proud of this? And so I remember for a long time I was writing a lot of songs about him, and I realized, hey, you can't like live in this atmosphere of like these sad I miss you songs. Like you need to write songs that resonate with everybody and really that tell his story through that rather than this sob. I'm rambling, but
no, you're good. You're doing great.
Man, like I said, it's one day at a time. It doesn't happen overnight, and it's been I think 8 years now since he passed. So actually,
no way.
Hold on a second. What happened? I might be wrong. I don't want to find out right now.
Okay.
I think I may be completely wrong. I think today's his birthday, and I'm just remembering.
Okay.
Wow.
Maybe that's why you were supposed to talk about it.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah, wow.
Happy birthday.
Don't want to cry on here right now.
You're all right.
No,
you're all right.
dude.
You're all right. Man, I read something the other day that said grief is one of the only expressions of love, one of the few expressions of love that hurts to feel. And I identify with that because like there's some people and even a dog or two back there that I don't want to not feel. I don't want to not feel. I like feeling the grief from it just to know that I still love them and I still care about them. So being able to work through it and being able to pursue the dream inspired, you can't tell that guy nothing. You know what I mean? There's no way to put that fire out. So
Hey, dog, I mean, what you're doing and you're going all over the world and playing these songs and getting them on the radio and I guarantee you you're making him proud with your music, man. Like I guarantee you
thank you.
He's looking down and pumped for his boy and rooting you on and doing your thing, man. And it's special, right, to find purpose in something like that. It absolutely sucks, but you can either go one of two ways, man. You can let it be sad and revel in that and never come out of it, or you can make something of it and make it meaningful to you for the rest of your life. And live
I say that a lot.
something.
It's not about what you've been through. It's about what you make of it.
Yeah, man.
Powerful.
Wow.
Thanks
we
for
just
sharing
had
that.
a whole moment.
Yeah,
No, man,
that's all right. That's all right.
That's all right.
It's a Monday. Is it Monday? It's a Monday. Yeah.
Feels like a Monday. It's like hell already. Oh my God.
I think that's a great segue into this question, man. Like, you were quoted saying you want to establish a generational imprint, and not just. I think that's something I'm going to read. I want to establish a generational imprint. I think that's something we should all focus on a little more on. What we're going to leave behind for the next generation, and not just in our family, but in the world.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? What do you want to leave?
Absolutely. I think there's a opportunity when you are in a spotlight to make an impact on people's lives. And I think there's a lot of artists, and I've seen it, no names, man, but like I've been on the road with a lot of people that just don't care to make sure that people leave better than the way they came in to their concerts. You know, and that's something my grandfather and my pastor that I grew up in church with, excuse me. Yeah, there it is. But he always said, you know, he's like, my job is to make sure y'all leave better than the way you came in. You know, I want y'all to leave better. And I took that with me. You know, that's my piece of God right there, where it's like, hey, if I can make a positive impact on these people's lives the same way they have on mine, that's my way to give back. And so yeah, man, there's a lot of artists that don't recognize that, and I don't ever want to be blind to it. My worst fear, my absolute worst fear, number one fear, is to not be humble and recognize that you have a opportunity to make an impact. Like to not make I don't want to stand before God and be like, so I gave you this gift, and did you use it for the kingdom of God?
Yeah.
And you know, that was something for a long time that I actually talked to one of our pastors about. Was he came to me one day, he said, hey man, I had a dream about something I needed to tell you. And he said, don't forget that a lot of he said the same people that said the Messiah are the same people that crucified Jesus.
Amen.
He said, just remember the people you surround yourself with that act like your friends right now will be the same people that crucify you when it's time. Yeah. And I said, wow, that really stuck. And no kidding, a month later, it all made sense. It all made sense.
Wow.
And so I'm rambling again, but you know, I'd rather stand before the Lord and him say you did a good job and be clowned by all the people on earth than be judged by him. You know?
Sure.
So
Man.
I don't know where I'm rambling with. I got off track again, but yeah, we got to make a better world for the next generation, you know, and even if it's not a better world, at least make sure we're reaching the people that need it the most. You know?
And there's so much negativity out there too, man, and people that use their platform to hurt people and maybe
terrible. Why would you do that?
Tear people down. I really don't understand.
Because they're hurting. That's why.
Yeah,
they're struggling. They're trying to outwardly express that they're not, in turn, to make somebody. They want to see somebody else suffer. Some people just want to see the world burn.
Some people wake up every day and just say, "Man, how could I make somebody else's day worse?"
I pray for those people.
I pray for those people, man. You know.
Well, let me tell you, man. I haven't written a song with you. I've seen you around, and I didn't really know you, but I want you to know that you do have a light about you, man. And it's been fun just having you in and getting to know you a little bit. And I know the music, and I know a lot of the folks you write tunes with, and Josh Taylor Phillips and all those cats, man.
Yeah.
But good on you, man, for having like a positive outlook on life and wanting to inspire people. That's a powerful thing. And
yeah, man, that conviction's contagious. Like
it is.
Like wanting to do good for your dad, man, and not forgetting where you came from, and involving your family whose dreams was to step on the stage at the Ryman, man, and you're getting to live that out as well as bring them on, letting them live that out for your buddy, and writing songs and playing songs in his memory and trying to, you know, make him proud and then leave a better place than you let. Dude, that's just it's I can tell that it's not fake. You're not just saying that because there's cameras on and you're in front of a microphone, man. Like,
I'm the same person.
I can tell it's
behind
real,
a closed door too.
Yeah.
Unless I'm drinking, then it's a different. He's got a different nickname. That guy's got a different nickname.
What is his nickname?
It starts with an M, ends with a Y. You guys can Google what they called me growing up. So,
Manny.
No, way cooler than that. Can we bleep it if I say it?
Sure. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Man,
I don't think that needs to be bleeped.
He wants it.
I mean, it's okay. I kind of keep it private though, because if we're back, because I've already told like my friends, I'm like, hey, if someone calls me,
We'll turkey
then they've got to be one of my day one homies. Let them in. Just let them in.
I'm not even putting their. That's
Can't
the code,
say it now. We got to keep it bleep because that's
You
the
hear that,
code
Ray?
word. You know what I
Everybody
mean?
will be
You got us in there, Ray?
Yeah.
God, dude, we're gonna forget. You're gonna have 1,500 people
No,
in your
we're
VIP.
not. We're making sure we're not forgetting right now. Gotta knock
man.
that out. All right. Well, hey, we do a couple or one other thing. When you look back on just growing up in country music, and are there any songs that pop out in your head that you know the words to that we possibly could play a verse chorus to or something?
Oh,
Any kind
man.
of covers or anything
Dude,
like that?
pretty much anything Jason Aldean.
See if I know anything.
And I mean, I know this isn't exactly country, but like, I really like the song "Turn the Page." My dad played that one a lot growing
Oh
up.
man, I was not sure if I know all that. I just hadn't
On
played
a
it.
long and lonesome highway, you know.
Is that? No, that's lonesome highway.
East of Omaha. Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, that was it.
Lonesome lonely highway. Do you know how to play it?
Yeah.
You play
Yeah,
it.
all right, come on.
I can't remember. It's been 15.
so.
It's been 30 years since I played that song.
Throw that mic in front of him, D.
Oh, okay. You need a pick?
Watch me end up forgetting the first verse. I can already,
They don't
I'm blanking. I just woke up. On a long and lonesome highway, east of Omaha, you can listen to the engines roaring out their one-note song and think about the woman or the girl you knew the night before. I'm just gonna skip to the chorus.
It's fine.
So here I am on the road again. Here I am up on the stage. Here I go, playing the star again. Here I am. Oh wait, turn the page. It was close. It was close.
That's a
We're
nice
working
little-
on it.
That's a nice
Yeah.
little.
Dude, I
that's
smashed
great,
my finger working on an engine not that long ago. Like completely had to like reconstruct my finger with stitches.
Oh.
And you can see the end of my fingernail is like there's the back of it. So like I'm still like trying to learn how to play guitar again. I lost my entire callus. So it's
raw,
it's like learning how to walk again, dude. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Give us another one. What else you got? Give us something else. Any kind of cover, anything you just like singing.
Or give us one of yours.
Or give us one of yours,
Give us a.
I don't know. What should I play? Something off the new album? See, my finger's terrible right now.
They going, dude. You got it.
It says, my baby drives me crazy when she drives my truck. Burning that gas, smoking those tires, setting this old boy's heart on fire. Gets me just like it, all jacked up. My baby drives me crazy when she drives my truck. Hey! It's so hard, bro. I'm getting better. I can promise, man. It's terrible.
No,
I
that's
can
jamming,
see it.
dude.
It's my pointer finger, too. It's just the worst.
Yeah, it's the
man.
one, yeah.
I dropped a flywheel on. I was putting a clutch on the back of a motor, dropped the flywheel disc between the concrete and my finger, and the teeth on the 40-pound disc. Just, yeah. Good day for a heartbreak, right?
I mean, I can see it, dude. I can see that little nail trying to come up, that quick trying to come up in there.
Yeah,
Here,
it's
Well, dude, you're awesome, Chase, man. Thanks for
y'all.
hanging out with us.
Real life
Thanks for coming
singer.
on, man.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
It's really cool to be on here, and to all the viewers, keep watching, tuning in, because these guys are doing
that's
something
right.
different.
Look at this
right.
guy.
That's right.
Thank you, man.
Hey, y'all go follow us on whatever. Check out Chase on the Road. Check out the new album, Chase.
Yes.
Is out everywhere. You got a
And
single
come
on the
see us
radio?
on tour with Keith Urban this year.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, I do. New album's out, and we got Darling on radio right now. So
Darling, go check it out.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thanks for hanging out in God's Country. We'll check y'all next time.
Yeah.
Peace.
See Matthew. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.